Well, this morning I've been busy cutting off all the dead burned leaves from these zucchini plants. I have lots and lots of male flowers, not too many female flowers, but I got to keep on top of that. And if I have all those leaves, I can't see in there, and neither can the bees. So I've been doing that this morning and weeding. And I have to plant the zucchini I bought yesterday, not zucchini, kale I bought yesterday in here. So I have to do that. Look how pretty this flower is. I hope it's fertilized. But I don't know. I have to do a little more reading on the eggplants. But I am getting a lot of blooms. So starting to weed these little raised beds so that I can put some mulch on top because it's going to be really hot. So, and then this tomato is like crazy. I got to tie all these up, and I'm trying to get it done before it gets too doggone hot. So this is my vegetable garden, and it's definitely growing. All the veggies. I have rosemary in here, lavender. I have to plant these Sweet William and petunias in a pot, and that's celery, basil, parsley, spinach. I have the green onions that I planted from store-bought. This is perpetual spinach, which is actually not a spinach. It's a, I can't remember now. Chard. And then I have rainbow chard over here. My Malabar spinach over there, which is a vine, an edible vine. It's very tasty. I think I see a little yellow zucchini in there. I hope it was fertilized. But yeah, that is my vegetable garden. And I'm very pleased with the way it's turned out so far. Well, I'm planting out some of my petunias that I sowed early this spring, and I hope they grow. I took all the moss out of here, and I think this is a Sweet William back there that came back. Excuse me. So I replanted that. I added a little compost and some fresh dirt, and I saved all the moss for my little gnome garden that I want to put together. And these are finally blooming, and they're gorgeous. Yellow and orange, and I have pink ones over there. The hydrangeas blooming. These are getting ready to bloom, and I still have to pull out that rose tree. That didn't work. I have to take that back. So I got those done. I got some weeding done. I'm leaving these strawberries. Let's see if I get any. Probably not. And then over here I planted more petunias in here and in these 3 little pots. So I'll have to see if they actually grow. But everything else is just gorgeous. And these seem to be doing okay in this area. So I'll be planting those there. And these are doing well. So it's going to be getting hot soon, and so I'm going to be going in. But this will be a gnome garden, and then over there I'm going to make another gnome garden. So that should be fun, but I can do that in July even. There's no rush for that. So that's what I got done this morning, and I trimmed up some of my zucchini plants. I still have Sweet Williams to plant, I don't know yet where I'm going to put those because those will come back. They're perennials. And I have a few yellow tomatoes that I'll stick somewhere. But I posted up my tomatoes there, but I have to do a better job. And there's a little bunny in there that keeps coming in and out, and Bandit's just going crazy. No, leave that bunny alone. Leave that little bunny alone. And there's also a chipmunk that lives in there, and this is a mess. So this is the last thing I have to clean up. So that'll be a project for when it cools off. So there might be a bunny nest in there somewhere, but I'm not going to do anything with this for a couple weeks anyway, or a week till it cools off. Oh, leave that bunny alone. It's not bothering you. It's just living in peace. So you be peaceful too. So all right, I'm going to go in and have my cup of coffee. I haven't had that yet. I wanted to get out here early, and I'm going to have some breakfast. Well, I'm going to make myself an iced coffee. I would have put this on the jar, but it's too big. So I'm just going to make the coffee in the mug. This is full of ice and creamer. And then I'm going to just have an iced coffee. It's too hot for a regular coffee. And it's already almost noon, and I haven't had my morning brew yet. So I went out early this morning and did all my yard work that I was going to do for the day. And it was very pleasant out there this morning, but it's way, 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 way too hot now. So anyway, I'm going to let this brew, and I'm going to pour this into this and make a delicious iced coffee. So, okay, I will meet you at the table. All right, well, I actually got quite a bit done this morning. I would have done a little more had I not gotten too warm. It's really getting hot out there now. So time for a nice iced coffee. So cheers. Yep, that's hitting the spot this morning. Now when I make an iced coffee, I add extra cream. So can't get my camera right. There we go. So, but that's it for me today. I have some laundry I need to do, fold, and I got to empty my dishwasher, and there's a few dirty dishes in the sink because I didn't do that yesterday. But that's it for me today. That's all I'm doing. But it was very pleasant working out in the garden today. And I did make some progress with the weeds. I cut down low-hanging branches on one of my redbud trees and did some cleaning up, did some planting. Now I planted all of the petunias. I probably should have waited a little longer because some were really tiny, but you know, I figure, you know, you're going to do what you're going to do. So, and I thought if I separate them a little bit, they'll probably grow a little more. So I got all those planted, and I'm going to do that again next year. And I'll do that at the beginning of March. This year, I think I waited till April. But I think if I do them in March, maybe mid-March, they'll be a little bigger by this time. So all this rain, my hydrangeas in the front, all of them are starting to bloom. And those are some that haven't bloomed in years. But I did feed them. So, and I haven't done that in a long time either. So I guess the combination of feeding them and also all the water was a big boost for my hydrangeas this year. And I'm real excited to see them all bloom. Yesterday it didn't rain and it was so beastly hot, going to be the same today, that I actually did have to water the hydrangeas because they do get some southern sun. It's like a southwest sun in the afternoon. So they don't like that too much, so they droop. So I should put a little bit of a drip system or some sort of a sprinkler system around the hydrangeas anyway. It'd be easier than just going out there and watering every day. But I don't know, we'll see. That's down the road if I decide to do it, maybe in July. So what else did I do? Planted the flowers, cleaned up a little bit. I actually had quite a few weeds, deadheaded a lot of things. So it's getting there. And then Bandit was after this little baby bunny. That's where the greenhouse is going to go, and that's all fenced in, so he can't get in there. But that little bunny's driving him crazy. And it made itself a little hole in the reed fencing, so it goes in and out of there all the time just to drive my dogs nuts. There's always something out there driving the dogs nuts. So anyway, that was my morning, and I'm just going to take it easy and have a relaxing afternoon now. So I will be back later after I'm done relaxing and do a little bit of an outro. Well, this is where I've been most of the afternoon. I did do a couple of little things, but it says the real feel is 103 and it's 97 degrees. Too hot for me. So I'm glad I don't have to go anywhere or do anything specific. I'm glad I got my gardening done this morning. And I'll probably do the same tomorrow. Just go out there early and do a few chores. And for dinner, I just am not hungry. It's too hot to eat. But I did have a couple pieces of leftover pizza. So I had some spinach from the garden. I put that on there. And I put on some extra cheese that I have to use up. And that was my dinner. I was going to have a salad, but I didn't even feel like a salad today. So, getting some things out of the fridge, using them up. And that's it for my day today. So I hope you guys are keeping cool. I know a lot of you in Ohio are having the same weather that I'm having, and a lot of you are. I think this heat wave is kind of like all over the United States, pretty much, I think. But it's not going to cool off until, I think, Wednesday. By cool off, I mean in the mid-80s. So we'll see. So, all right, my friends, I hope we don't have a brownout. That wouldn't be good. But in the meantime, I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. It helps my channel grow. Don't forget to share, and thanks for watching.